Stop. Whatever you're doing right now. This video knocked on your door for a reason. Let it in, and you might just find the freedom you've been dreaming of. It's time to break free. Have you ever woken up in the middle of the night with that feeling that something is wrong, but you can't quite put your finger on it? That silent restlessness, that emptiness that no achievement seems to fill. What if I told you there's a reason for that feeling? A truth that's been hidden from you since the day you were born. What you're about to discover will completely change how you see your own existence. I'm talking about something real, happening right now, inside your mind. Something that, once you see it, you can't unsee. Look around you, your room, your hands, the walls. Everything seems so solid, so real. But what if all of this is just a projection? What if your mind is creating every single detail, like a movie projector running in the dark? And the scariest part, what if you programmed this movie a long time ago and simply forgot you were the one who hit play? In the next few minutes, you'll discover why your mind is the greatest illusionist that ever existed. You'll finally understand why you feel trapped in patterns that repeat over and over again. And if you stick with me, I'll reveal the secret to shutting down the simulation and truly waking up. So, let's get to the first problem. Have you noticed how your life seems to follow an invisible script? Every day you wake up, go through the same motions, feel the same emotions, and run into the same obstacles. You might change jobs, cities, or relationships, but that familiar feeling stays the same. This isn't a coincidence, it's programming. Your mind created this script based on all your past experiences, especially from your childhood. Every rejection, every fear, every moment of pain was recorded like a command. And now, years later, you're still executing these commands without even realizing it. You've literally built a prison inside your own head. The walls are invisible, made of beliefs about who you are, what's possible, and what you deserve. And every day you walk right into this prison and toss the key out the window. How many times have you wanted to change something but just couldn't? That wasn't weakness. It was the simulation working exactly as you programmed it to. The second problem is even deeper. Everyone around you is also creating their own simulation. And these individual simulations all intertwine, creating this giant web of manufactured realities we call society. You grew up hearing what you should be, how you should act, and what you should want. Your parents, teachers, social media, they all injected commands into your personal programming. Now you're living a life that seems like it's yours, but is it really? Or is it a Frankenstein's monster of other people's expectations, all stitched together with threads of fear? You know that feeling that you should be doing something different, but you don't know what it is? That emptiness that has you scrolling your phone for hours? That's not boredom. That's your real consciousness trying to wake up from inside the simulation. It's the real you, pounding on the prison walls, screaming to be heard. But the simulation is clever. It offers you endless distractions. Entertainment, food, status, likes on a photo, anything to make you feel alive for a few seconds, only for you to return to that familiar emptiness afterward. Think about it. How many people do you know who are truly, genuinely alive? Not just surviving, but actually living, feeling every moment, and being exactly who they choose to be. Very few. Because most of us are sleeping inside our own simulation, dreaming that we're awake. And here's where we get to the climax. Pay close attention. The simulation isn't your enemy. It's just a tool your mind created to protect you, to make sense of all the chaos. The problem is, you forgot you were the one who created it. When you were a child, you lived in a state of pure creation. You imagined, you played, you believed in infinite possibilities. But then came the criticism, the you can'ts, the be realistic. And so you started painting only what was accepted, approved, and safe. You added layer after layer until the original canvas was completely hidden. The simulation is that final painting, and you're so used to looking at it that you believe it's you. But it's not. You are the painter. You always have been. And at any moment, you can wipe that canvas clean and start painting again. But here's the so-called deadly secret. To reprogram the simulation, you first have to admit you're inside one. And that can be painful. It means accepting that much of your life may have been lived on autopilot. There was a man named Viktor Frankl. He survived the unimaginable horrors of Nazi concentration camps. And do you know what he discovered? That even in the worst hell on earth, there was one freedom no one could ever take away: the freedom to choose how to respond. He wrote, "Between stimulus and response, there is a space. In that space is our power to choose our response. In our response lies our growth and our freedom. That space, that tiny interval between something happening and you reacting, that's where the simulation can be reprogrammed. But most people never even realize this space exists. They just react automatically, following the old commands. So here's the message. You don't have to live in the prison you built. You are the programmer. You always have been. And now that you know this, everything changes. Waking up inside the simulation means taking total responsibility for your life. No more excuses. No more blame. Just choices. Every second, every thought, every action is a choice. And you can start making a new choice right now. Not tomorrow. Now. In this exact moment. You can stop, take a deep breath, find that space, and make a different choice. A choice that's not in your old script. An authentic choice. It can be something small. Saying no to something you always accept out of obligation. Saying yes to something you always deny out of fear. Starting that project. Letting go of that resentment. What matters is that it's a conscious choice, a free choice, one that is truly yours. And here's a word of warning. When you start doing this, other people will notice, and many of them won't like it. The collective simulation has an immune system, and it tends to attack anything that threatens its existence. But that criticism is the very sign that you're on the right path. So now you know the truth. Your mind is a simulation that you created, and that you can recreate. You're not trapped. You never were. You just forgot you had the key. The only question that matters now is, will you have the courage to use it? Will you wake up? Or will you go back to autopilot? Because once you know this, there's no middle ground. Either you start living consciously, or you'll feel that growing weight of betraying your true self. You're alive, you're conscious, you're free. You always have been. The simulation is yours. Use it. Reprogram it. Create the life you truly want to live. If you've made it this far, you've already taken the first, most important step. Now just keep going. One step at a time. One conscious choice at a time. The future is being created right now. By you. Welcome back to freedom. Pick up the brush. The canvas is waiting. Thank you for watching. If this resonated with you, consider subscribing for more content to help you on your journey. See you in the next one.